I know I'm probably gonna get... I mean, I was gonna say, oh, I'm probably gonna get so much hate for expressing my opinion on this, but like the fact that I can even acknowledge that there's gonna be consequences for this, I should probably acknowledge that I don't have to care as much, you know? If there's one thing I learned from Derapy, it's that it's the internet. You don't have to care that much, if not at all. The way Derapy put it is like paramount. Like, we all have lives outside of the internet. Let's not get worked up over bullshit. And in saying that, that's an honestly perfect segue to what I've decided to talk about today. The Derapy drama, a lesson in communication, power, and online accountability. Hold on, let me just calibrate my face tracker really quick.
A few inches later.
Okay, we should be good now. Right. I'm getting some weird shit going on in the recording that doesn't seem to be present in the output, so I think it's because I have my notepad open. Yes, I wrote a script for this video because I have a lot to say. Today we're diving into a situation that's been unfolding recently in the commentary community, specifically involving creators Derapy, Curtis King, and Deleted. Now, full transparency, like if you haven't already noticed, I'm a huge fan of Derapy's work, but with that being said, I am going to do my best to break it down fairly, because this isn't just about drama, it's about how creators handle conflict and how they communicate, and also power dynamics. And well, I mean, I guess with all of that out of the way, I guess we could get straight into it. So, Section 1. What happened?
What happened? Hey, what happened?
Here's the timeline, as far as I understand it. Again, don't take what I say for gospel, because this is kind of just how I internalized it. Let's start from number 1, the joke. During a live stream with his collective, or well, I shouldn't say his, the collective, Derapy made a joke about spreading the bread, a light-hearted comment about sharing opportunities. 2, 3 weeks of silence.
Who and what are you?
No one addressed any issues with Derapy during that time period. Number 3, the removal. Out of nowhere, Deleted kicks Derapy from the collective Discord server. No warning and not much of an explanation. If I remember correctly, Derapy had to follow up with another DM to Deleted just to get vague answers. Number 4, the podcast. Derapy discusses the situation humorously.
This episode of Derapy is brought to you by the real biggest villain
on his show, as he always does. Lastly, part 5, the backlash. Curtis and Deleted respond with hours of name-calling and accusations on their platforms. Now, let's break down why this matters. Section 2, the core issues. Issue 1, the communication breakdown. Curtis and Deleted let resentment build up for weeks without talking to Derapy. If you have a problem with someone, talk to them. The fact that I'm even having to say this, it's disappointing, honestly. Ghosting or passive-aggressive removal isn't just unprofessional, it's cowardly. Period. Issue 2, power dynamics. Curtis has at least like 10 times Derapy's subscribers. Calling someone with a smaller platform money hungry or like condescending kind of feels ironic under these circumstances. Bigger creators have a responsibility to handle conflict with care, not weaponize their audience. Issue 3, public slander versus private accountability. Instead of apologizing or clarifying, Curtis and Deleted doubled down by trashing Derapy for hours. Curtis more so than Deleted, but you know, that's not accountability, that's straight up bullying. And I want to address my personal elephant in the room. Some say that Derapy could have handled the situation better on his part, but here's the thing. Section 3, defending Derapy's response. Derapy addressed the situation after being removed. Of course he used humor.
I'm not over here like...
That is literally his entire brand. Expecting him to grovel or stay silent is ridiculous. If Curtis had just talked to him up front, the podcast episode might not even exist, let's be honest. And honestly, the whole thing hits close to home for me, and if you will allow me to explain why. Section 4, personal connection. When my ex dumped me, he never gave me a real reason, just vague excuses and backhanded comments to mutual friends. Sound familiar? That lack of closure, it messes with you. You start to question everything. Like, was it my fault? Did I miss the signs? That's why I'm so frustrated for Derapy. Being iced out and then vilified for telling your side and speaking your truth, it's dehumanizing. And for Curtis, who is a father and a husband, to act that petty, he needs to start acting his age. He really needs to grow up, to be honest. Section 5, homophobia allegations. This one's gonna get spicy. I should address this because I've seen it a lot in comment sections, like regarding this situation. Allegations have circulated about Deleted's remarks, so I will say do your own research. But from what I've heard down the grapevine, as a queer person, this isn't even just drama to me. It's a pattern of harm. I won't platform specifics, but people insist that the receipts are there. And if you're part of a marginalized community, you know how damaging that is. And for my closing argument, lessons for creators moving forward. This isn't just about Derapy. It's about how we treat each other online. Communicate directly, not passive aggressively. Bigger creators, check your ego. And I feel like this last point goes out to everybody. Call out harm. Do not contribute to it. If you're in a collective or Discord server, you should probably ask yourself, are we building each other up or tearing each other down? Derapy wanted nothing but equality for all of his peers in that group. Curtis and Deleted chose pettiness. We can use this as an example to do better. Let's all agree to do better. Feel free to drop your own thoughts down below, like how would you have handled this situation? And if you want more deep dives, you might as well leave a like or something, or subscribe if you're new around here, or don't. I couldn't care less. Stay kind, stay critical, and I'll see you whenever I see you, I suppose.
Y'all might be a fan of the man that bully the bullies. What if I bully the bully the bully the bullies?
But you playing on your phone.
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business. I'm not studying what you're talking about.